One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, read. To the line. Check, 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 check. Yep. We got it. We got it. Go. 52 is the mic right here over there, right? 52 is the mic. I'm coming. I'm coming.
On first down, Hopkins. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Go! Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go.
Back to throw. Hopkins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun. Hopkins looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
Okay, the mic, right, go. Go. Hey, we got tight left, tight left. Check, 4 down. Out.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. Look at the big man rumble. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And all the pressure that goes on in these playoffs, but the first score here in the divisional round always very key.
Partner, this team handled it like it was a regular season game, that they were confident in what they were doing, came right out and established themselves early.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that makes the score 7-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. He finds it open, and he lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
2nd and 5. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down at the 28. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here we go. 50. Plant.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
3 down. 3 down. H3, 218. Chopper, chop, let's go.
They'll run on first down. It's Bird. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Heavy on the edges. Mike 52, Mike 52. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Mike 52, Mike 52.
So don't say nothing.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Bravo. It's trash. Let's go.
And that'll set him back 5.
Ready, break for 2. Mike 52.
Man, I got
Topper. Rush in. Hey.
my dog.
Hey,
To throw on second down, Hopkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Looked like he tried it all there, tried to use some physicality, right? Tried to use some footwork, some head fakes, but he was covered the entire way. Dogged in every step. That forced the incompletion. No separation at the end of the route.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
I smell fear in that offense.
Check.
Leo. Check.
Hey, watch this.
Gone. Ready.
From the gun, Hopkins. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Second and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Man up, D. Check.
This is Elliott. Elliott a first down and more.
We ain't giving them nothing today.
And finally brought down at the 38. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 38-yard line. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you take a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on second and 6, Jackson. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
6 yards to go.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
31's the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 31's the mic.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
31's the mic. Check that.
Jackson throwing again. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. They have the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
The score, Falcons 7, Bears nothing.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Danny. Check 26. Check 3. Go. I got him. That's me. 30.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
52. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
On 1st down, it's Bearz. And they work this out past the 25. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Hey, check. Watch that. Greystone travel. Go.
Mike's 22.
Echo, me and you. It's just me and you. See him. On. Ready, go.
On 1st and 10, Hopkins. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Here we
4
go.
yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's see what you got. Big edge.
Blue dog corkers. Watch the twist. Hard.
Check safety.
Go.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
I got you, son.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic.
You can't block me. Go.
Looking to throw. Hopkins. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. Back in the 1st quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the 1st quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Let's go now.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch out.
66. Bullet high.
Back to throw. Hopkins, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
I'm coming after you. Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Watch the pass. Watch the 7. Let's go. My 5. My dog. Go, go, go. Switch.
Operating from the gun. Hopkins, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
A first down carry by Elliott. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 34. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Go. Ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Jim, you're out. Jim. Ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. Hopkins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Let's take it inside his own 40. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Bears take over.
Ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. In for the score. And the Bears have taken the lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. To theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
They go over the middle, and it's up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
You. Let's go.
Throwing again. Hopkins trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Turn it up.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
No chance. Check. 53's Mike. Check. Ready, go.
From the gun, Hopkins. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The dive unsuccessful. The big fella can't pick it up.
And that's what friends are for.
Right? As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Throwing on 1st down. Hopkins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
61. Matchbox, light. Double up, breathe, defense.
Mike 52.
Box trap. I got you, boy.
5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Operating from the gun. Hopkins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
31's the mic. Let's go, D.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
Strip that ball.
This time Jackson will throw it. He finds Taylor, complete. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On the ready. 52, Mike 52. Echo. Pick it up. Go.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Watch the run. Hey, Mike 52. Hey, keep it up.
Hot seven.
Hey, Mike 52. Here we go. New Mike 52.
Jackson on first down. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play.
Let's go now.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
To throw again, Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Alert three, alert three, alert three. Safe.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. He's got the first down and more past midfield. The 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Tyree Jackson saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7.
Falcons 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Kill. Check 3.
They start on the ground with Elliott, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Under crunch. On the ball.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. 65 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Yep. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Big Dad. General. West. Go.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
On 3rd down, Hopkins throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
Man, that's tracks it. 5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2.
They're going to try and throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
52, Mike 52. Come on, D.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, head up.
On first down, Hopkins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hopkins, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, Hopkins. And that will be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Even. 6-6. Even.
31's the mic.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check. Check. Switch.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
4 down.
Go. Slam. Go.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He's got a man, complete. 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 15 yards as the Bears push further out in front. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bird. That one a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down and keep the stick.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, Hopkins. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you it's not very good.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Oh, a little 360. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. He's going to lose 19 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and forever.
My 52. You don't want it. You don't want none of it. You don't get it. Pick up the ball. Smoke.
Jackson.
Here we go. Here we go.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Don't be scared of it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. That one complete to Elliott. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Hey, pick your game up.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Bird, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 26-yard line.
Orbit. Mike 22, Mike 22.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hopkins, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Roquan Smith in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
He's coming, 22's coming, Mike. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Hopkins, he's going to let this one go deep. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 out low. Here we go. Kill.
They'll run with Elliott. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's third down. The Bears on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. He pitches it. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Here we go.
4th down. Here's Jackson. And that's complete to Cooks. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself, and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Following the fumble recovery, Hopkins. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Hopkins. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Get him. Check the backer. Watch twist.
Yep, Ringo. Ready.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
"52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
Watch the pass.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball running it, but not in that situation. I mean, I think we got an example of why NFL coaches really don't like their quarterback in the running game.
Because whether he keeps it or not, he's likely going to take a hit, isn't he?
No doubt about it. And defenses, they're looking to put that hit on a quarterback.
So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Here's Jackson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Brings up 3rd down and 15.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 15. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for Chicago. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 31-yard line.
And now he'll tuck it and run.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Check. Fresno.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. He gets it to Cooks. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So, man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2.
Let's go, boys. Bring it in.
At their own 24-yard line.
Come on,
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Roquan Smith, make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Back to throw. Hopkins.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Going to throw right side here, complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Hopkins. And he's got his man on the out route. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Mike 22. Hey, watch the lane. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming, Mike.
2nd down and inches. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
15 Lonnie. 22, Mike 22. You ain't going nowhere. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming, Mike. Haywood. Mike 22.
To throw on 3rd down. Hopkins. Wide open receiver, complete. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Here we go. Wait. Okay, double up. Echo. Mike 22. It's coming this way. Here we go. Hot.
On 1st and 10, Hopkins. He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Bearz take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row.